Good evening, this is Alex Bennett, and tonight in our studios we have with us a gentleman who is, shall I say, legend, Russ Meyer?
The rural Fellini.
The rural Fellini.
Right.
Why the, I guess you do, most of your stuff is rural. You like the great outdoors, don't you, for your films?
Yeah, the Pacific Southwest, that's my favorite shooting area. A lot of my films have had that. I've either done my work in the Southwest or in the Northwest, up around around the Oregon border there, the frontier.
As we open this interview, people are going to think you're a nature life photographer. And I guess you are, of sorts.
See, we haven't even mentioned photography, have we? I wonder how many of your listeners would understand the rural Fellini, you know?
Russ Meyer, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, is the man who I guess made today's skin flick possible. Because you're the guy that started it all off.
Open the floodgates of permissiveness. That's
Yes.
what Time magazine said when I brought up Mr. I'm really into this, ladies and gentlemen, for two things, and that is lust and profit.
A more honest remark you will not find anywhere from Mr. Russ Meyer. Thank you, Russ, for being with us.
Pleasure.
Plato's Retreat in New York City. It's the Screw Magazine 10th anniversary party. A star-studded celebration of the first decade of the world's greatest newspaper. So come on, let's join the party.
Let's talk about it, Chris. You're sort of an ugly guy. How did you want... You know, Chris, you are you're like a nebbishy Jewish guy. How did... He's like a Woody Allen. You're an old fart Jew.
Much better. I was handsome and skinnier in my youth, and I had long hair, wore makeup, and I know how to pose.
Okay. So I want to know why you wanted to fuck the toad. See, that's always getting accused of this. And I told you I'm afraid of big women, and you were saying you're afraid of delicate little women.
That's right.
Tell us about it.
It's hard to explain. It's just that old saying that big dogs bark, but the little ones bite you. The big girls court you, and the little ones fight you.
It's true. Well,
see, women don't like to admit that.
Yeah.
No woman will, or very few women will, like openly agree. Yeah, that's true. That's what I like. You know, they'll say, "Oh no, I have to man to be sensitive and vulnerable," and bullshit. I know, lots of sensitive guys that never get laid, because they don't assert that kind of confidence in the world. They're kind of like nice guys, and they just don't have that.
But it's true, Robert. Nice guys finish last.
That's right.
My best girl's a corker, not the kind that's slow. Born and bred New Yorker, I would have you.
Today we have, relatively speaking, the classy afternoon. We have a sort of legendary musical figure from the 60s who broke through with a tremendous publicity gallop, Tiny Tim. Tiny, it's a rather odd meeting. We almost have to quit meeting like this. You're considered to be a tasteful, very religious person. So the first question is, why are you here with me on Midnight Blue?
Tryst, New York's most expensive escort service for those who are accustomed to only the very finest, presents beauty, style, panache. Tryst, 691-0135. Call. Do it now, then relax. After all, you do deserve only the very best. Tryst, for those accustomed to only the very finest. 691-0135. Now.
see it in my head. It was a corny family show of people who cared for each other. We liked each other and worked for the show. That was a big asset, a tremendous asset, tremendous asset. You very rarely get that on TV because it wasn't, I weren't there, okay. Maybe you were, you weren't, huh? Get up on the trapeze. Get in with those cats. I'll see if you can cut it. So I come from a different, I can't be bullshitted.
In the dark, all you see. In the dark, you want to put and fly. Hey, hey. In the dark, you will get no light. Listen, people tell me love is true. They tell me love, what love can do. You keep on telling me love, and endlessly. That's when you try to turn your back on me. No, I'm so lonely and so blue. Good God, I keep on loving no one but you.
COCA CRYSTAL and all our staff. Check it out. Let's get ready for the announcement. Are you ready?
King Ronald the Thrifty. For 7 days, I captained the HMS COCA CRYSTAL through winter gales to bring...
Take it off. Why not? Let's hear what he said. This shows another time. Thank you. Here I am tonight, January 5th, 1983, and I've got a special show for you. You remember I was mentioned by David Letterman's show about 2 weeks ago? I hope all of you that watched me saw that when Emily Prager, who was a guest on the show, and when she was asked, hey, Emily, what have you been doing, said, I was on COCA CRYSTAL's cable TV show, and it was on national television that, you know, like we exist. We really do. We're here.
Control. When that's why he said, well, I feel my ego is out of control.
It certainly is.
Award, yet another COCA CRYSTAL Award, the class with a capital K award. And tonight, we want to bring you this product. Now, I used to think wine was a drink for ladies or sissies or something. I mean, who'd want to be caught dead sitting around in a restaurant smelling corks and having someone else pour your wine for you? Well, did my mind ever change since I went to my hometown, Hastings, Michigan, and found this canned wine. That's right, canned wine, folks. And to go with that, another Christmas present I got. And now we're going to put these down on a little table here and pour some canned wine and just see how good this stuff is. I can tell it's going to be good already. It spills too. Well, they got to engineer that a little better. Looks good to me. Better than Ripple. All right, let's do the taste test. At last, a wine with real body. I tell you, you can tell it wasn't made yesterday. That's right.
Come on, boys, let's
Didn't you go to school? I mean,
and see.
don't you know the words to any of the great patriotic songs? We're gonna hang the flag.
Man calls up, he sounds insane. Wants to know, did you steal my chain? There's the doctor and Lenny and White Christine. Here comes Lisa, and there goes crime. Man calls up, says, what's this show? You have to ask, you'll never know.
Who are these people on the TV screen? They're acting out your wildest dream. Walter's the one that they call the Doc. He's an expert on painting, history, and rock. Lenny plays the drums on a magazine. He brushes his teeth with Afro sheen. He sets the beat for the TV party band while his cousin Luigi does sleight of hand, Sicilian style. Who's the guy in the shades? Is that Goldstein? It must be him, holding the line. You only get 3 hellos. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Wally, get out of the business. Anita's doing sound, dressed in the finest clothes. Lisa's working camera, but she likes to pose. Questions. How big is it? Freddie's doing camera and he's rapping the news. Director Amos Poe likes shots of shoes. Glenn is the man who is the host. He doesn't boast, he just talks the most if you listen to the TV.